Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Planetfall. I'm Serious JG. We're getting ready to have a whole bunch of reading of background stuff from the computer terminal at the library in this game. I'd be afraid that's going to scare off the viewers, but I think most of the viewers have already been scared off by now. It's video 5 of this text game. So let's press 1. You probably want to use the type command. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Steve Moretsky / Chris Metzen, but mostly Steve Moretsky. You're totally have a super advanced game here. It's my fault for wanting to use press instead of type. All major diseases have been curable for over a century. The development of cryogenics now allows doctors to put patients in stasis until a cure is found. Average resident life expectancy is now 147 revolutions. For more detailed information on this topic, consult the library for the appropriate spools. Type 0, yes. You have reached the lowest level of the library index. Please type 0. Okay. Type 2. Dirt farming is all but obsolete, with most food coming from the hydroponics complexes or the underwater algae farms. There really isn't that much to read here, actually, because they just kind of have like 1 or 2 lines of info on each topic. Transportation. Planetary travel is normally private, scooter for short hops, and Airbus for longer trips. Space travel has recently been revolutionized by the invention of nuclear-fueled engines. And now we will read about robotics. Untold centuries ago, entire teams of robots were required to perform even the simplest tasks. One robot would handle visual functions. One robot would handle auditory functions. This is a reference actually to a different Infocom game. Sorry. I don't know why I start LPing like I'm thirsty. And so forth. The game, I can't for the life of me remember what the game's called, but it's actually one of the games I've been thinking about playing. But there's one where you have robots you have different robots, and each one has like one sense. Now, thanks to advances in miniaturization, these tasks can be performed by single robots, such as the multi-purpose V19 series. For more detailed information, Floyd bounces into the room. Apparently, he'd left. Floyd yawns and bulks bored. The primary planetary systems are course control for maintaining an ideal climate, defense for destroying potential dangerous meteors, and the recently added project control for monitoring progress of the project. Press 0, type 0, type 0 again. Now we're down to geography, type 4. Planetary landmasses, type 1. Since the stabilization of the orbit of Rosetta, precisely 47.79% of the planet's surface is land. The land is divided into primary landmasses, Andor and Frulik, plus 6 lesser landmasses. The global capital, Pilandor, is on the eastern coast of Andor. World building, folks. Now, undersea regions. The first undersea habitats were opened in 2992, and today, nearly 2 centuries later, about 9% of Resida's population lives in one of the 20 sprawling undersea sites. I keep doing press. Type 0. Type 3. This is space colonies. Although settlements have been established on Friston and on several of the moons of the gas giant Bluston, the vast majority of off-worlders live in the space colonies established at Resida's Trojan points? I don't know. Type 0. Floyd asks if you want to play Hucka Bucka Beanstalk. See, if you answer him yes or no, I don't think it really registers that you're answering the last thing it said. The project. Now we're getting into stuff that we actually want to know about. Origins of the disease, the installation, project control. Type 1. The origins of the disease have been linked to the Sector for Advanced Cryogenic Research, which was conducting research into ways of extending the cryogenic period indefinitely. Although this research was a success, and again, if you're just listening and not actually looking at the screen, try to pause it and read this ahead of me, and you'll see how much work this is. Somehow the disease was released and began spreading. Type 0. Type 2. The installations. The two complexes were established on the Twin Peak plateaus of Calamity and Lawanda, so that's where we are. We're actually in Lawanda at the moment, I believe. These locations were chosen because their height would make transportation and communication easier, and so that the vast reactors and cryogenics chambers could be constructed in the mountains below. Project control. Phase 1, the construction of the Calamity and Lawanda complexes. Phase 2, mass cryogenic freezing of residing population. Phase 3, simultaneous monitoring of cryogenics with automated research is conducted by incredibly sophisticated computerized facilities. Phase 4, revival and inoculation of the population. Floyd reminisces about his friend Lazarus, a medical robot. Comfort Floyd. I don't know the word comfort. Pet Floyd. Floyd gives a contented sigh. Type 0. Floyd going exploring. See you later. He glides out of the room. Type 6. This is Interlogic Games. Zork, Deadline and Witness, Starcross, and Suspended. Suspended is the one I was thinking of, where robots each have a different sense that they can use. Floyd rushes into the room and barrels into you. Oops, sorry, he says. Floyd not looking at where he was going to. So, yeah, we can read articles about Zork, Deadline, and Witness. Those are two, murder mystery games, and Starcross and Suspended. I have officially, at this point, run out of things that I need to read about, probably. But let's go ahead and read about Zork. The Zork trilogy, an adventure classic, takes place in a delightful but dangerous underground setting. For more information on this topic, Floyd peering over your... For more detailed information on this topic, consult the librarian for the appropriate spools. Type 0 to go to the next level. Floyd, peering over your shoulder, says, "Ooh, I love that game. Solved every problem except couldn't figure out how to get into the White House." Type 0. Type 2. Deadline is the first great mystery of the computer age, and Witness is its worthy successor. That's true, actually. I believe they were the first mystery games, although that might be an exaggeration on Infocom's part. Apparently, Floyd did not care for those games. Starcross is Infocom's mind-bending science fiction adventure. Suspended is a cryogenic science fiction nightmare. Floyd recalls the time he bruised his knee. Alright. So, gotta actually do stuff now. He's got the canteen. The small object nestled amongst the dust is let's see, examine object. Operating manual. Get manual. Get Okay, so I typed get manual, it didn't work. Get manual. It doesn't know that word, even though it's the word it tells me when I looked at that spool. Get spool. Taken. Put spool in reader. You can't see any reader here. Okay, exits to the north and south. To the west, up a few steps, is a wide doorway. West. Library. This is a large carpeted room with a desk and many small tables. The sole exit is down a few steps to the east. On the desk is a machine with a screen and a small circular opening. It seems to be turned off. Turn on machine. Machine hums quietly and the screen lights up with the phrase, please insert spool. Insert spool. Into the spool reader. The spool fits neatly into the opening. Some information appears on the screen. Read screen. Only people with proper training should pilot the helicopter. Required equipment includes a helicopter access card and a control panel key. These can be obtained from transportation storage. The rest is all very technical. Remove spool. Floyd rubs his head affectionately against her shoulder. Drop spool. Let's go back to where we once belonged. So I'm trying to get back to the infirmary. Floyd starts to follow you, but notices a Lazarus breastplate. He sniffs and leaves the room. Get card. Upper. Get spool. Okay, so now we are at the back in the library. Insert spool. Red. This is the spool we got in the library, or not the library, in the medical area. We took it to the library. Now we're going to read the screen. I'm not reading everything as I go here. The gestation period of the disease following exposure varies tremendously from person to person, ranging from 1 day to several rotations. Once the first symptoms are shown, death always occurs in at 10 days, in 8 to 10 days. Sorry. The primary symptom is a high fever. The secondary symptom is a sharp increase in the amount of sleep needed each night. The rest of the information is about symptoms which can be detected only by using complicated medical procedures. So we did get the disease from wandering around. Either the medicine we drank is already going to cure it, or it didn't, and we need to hurry up. We definitely got a message about not feeling well. Floyd rushes into the room and barrels into you. Oops, sorry, he says, Floyd not looking where he was going to. Okay, so exits to the north and south. We're in the library lobby. Let's go south. Project Corridor East. The hallway ends here but continues back towards the west. Doorways lead north, south, and east. The main lab. That's to the east. This is the heart of the project's vast laboratory complex. There are exits to the west and southwest, and even mechanical doors to the northeast and southeast. Floyd follows you. Or a small doorway leads to the south. Let's go to the small doorway to the south. Lab storage. This is a tiny room for the storage of laboratory supplies. The sole exit is to the north. Hanging on a rack is a pale blue lab uniform. Sewn onto its pocket is a nondescript logo. The odds and ends of the shelves include a small round object, which closer inspection reveals to be a fresh laser battery. Floyd follows you. Well, we did have a laser with an old battery. Let's remove uniform. Patrol. You have removed your patrol uniform. You suddenly realize how warm it is. You also feel naked and vulnerable. Drop uniform. get lab uniform. Wear lab uniform. You're wearing a lab uniform. Search pockets. Lab. Use your small piece of paper and a teleportation access card. Nice. I've been waiting for that to show up, actually. This will allow us to go get that Fromit's board or whatever the hell we're supposed to get. So, read paper. Week of 14 June 2882. Combination to conference room 168. Hey, there was a room that we couldn't get to before. So let's save slot 1. Let's go north again. Well, let's look. Did we leave anything else in here? Oh, yeah, the get battery. So north, float here now. Northeast, the radiation lock is closed. Southeast, the biolock door is closed. Go west, north, east. Ooh, this is a tiny room, Floyd remarks. We're now in the booth. Teleportation route booth. Slide card. Slot. Teleportation. You're not holding the slot. Slide. Teleportation. Card. Through slot. Nothing happens for a moment. Then a light flashes ready. Okay, so we're in room 3. There's a brown button for 1 and a beige button for 2. Press brown button. Experience a strange feeling at the pit of your stomach. Floyd gets a terrified squeal and clutches at his guidance mechanisms. Look. Okay, so now we're in the conference room. This is a fairly square room, almost filled by a round conference table. To the south is a door which is closed. To the north is a small room about the size of a phone booth. Floyd follows you. South, the door is closed. Open door. The door seems to be locked from the other side. Okay. When reading about this game on Wikipedia to find out more about Steve Maretsky and the other games he worked on, I guess they're not worried about spoiling a game this old, but in describing the game, it gave away some of the fact that this game has an unusually high number of red herrings. You remember back in the very beginning, we came to a door that had like some kind of combination lock on it? Like when you first enter this facility, after your escape pod crashes and you climb up out of the water and you go north a couple screens, you eventually get to a door with a combination lock, and that's when you start heading east down the hallway. You can't go any further north, so you head east down the hallway, and that's where we start finding all the the barracks kind of bunk facilities and stuff. But yeah, we're on the other side of that door. That door is south of us, and it's locked from the other side. We found the combination for the lock in our pocket, but if we were to go back to the other side and open it, we'd just be back in this room. But the teleportation booth brought us in here. There's now no point in unlocking that. And there doesn't appear to be anything useful in the conference room either. So let's search table. You find nothing unusual. Yep, so this basically, there's no point coming here. Slide. Teleportation. Card. Through slot. Press beige button. I feel a weird feeling in my stomach. Floyd clutches his guidance mechanisms. Now if we were to go west, we're in the elevator lobby. We can keep going west again. There's a survival kit. You're off your stomach's warm, so you're getting pretty hungry and thirsty. Get canteen. Oh no, the teleportation access card slips from your arms while taking the canteen and both stumble to the ground. Tumble to the ground. Get canteen. Spelled it wrong. Get canteen. Oh, the new battery slips out of my... Get canteen. Floyd chance of death scene from Carmen. Open canteen. Drink liquid. That was good. It certainly quenched your thirst and satisfied your hunger. Floyd examines himself for signs of rust. Give canteen to Floyd. Neat. He thanks you profusely. Get teleportation, card, and battery. Oh no, the teleportation access card. Yeah, you get the card, and then you drop the card while picking up the battery. What have I got in my inventory I don't need? Oh, I've got the Fromit's board. Well, you tell you what, we don't need the shuttle access card anymore now that we've got the teleportation booth. Drop shuttle. You don't have that. Drop shuttle card. Matter of fact, I don't think we need any of the elevator cards either. And we'll just have to remember where we are. Drop. Oh, we already dropped the upper card. Drop lower card. Drop piece of paper. Get battery west. There's a padlock. There's a key. Floyd follows you north. Storage west. Oh, the can of Spam and eggs is also not useful. You're really tired. You better find a place to sleep. Dorm B. Get in bed. The bed is soft and comfortable. You should be ready to sleep in short order. Z. Your vision slowly returns. You are on a wooded cliff overlooking a waterfall. Okay, so you sleep into a deep and restful sleep. Then your vision returns. You are on a wooded cliff overlooking a waterfall. A rainbow spans the falls. Blather stands above you, bellowing that the ground is filthy. Scrub harder. You throw your brush at Blather, but it passes through him as though he were a ghost, and sails over the cliff. Blather leaps after the valuable piece of patrol property, and both plummet into the void. September 8, 11/344. You wake up feeling refreshed and ready to face the challenges of the mysterious world. Floyd bounces impatiently at the foot of the bed. About time you woke up, you lazy bones. Let's explore around some more. Get up. Get up. Get all. Can't pick up Floyd. But we can get the kitchen card, the Fromit's board, the upper elevator access card, and the new battery. I guess I dropped the wrong card before. Drop upper card. Get teleportation card. Now we're going to go back to the kitchen. Slide kitchen card through slot. Slide. Get canteen. Oh, we got to wait for Floyd. Floyd bounds into the room. Floyd, here now, he cries. That took about 4 turns of waiting, Floyd. Get canteen. Floyd sings an ancient ballad, totally off key. Put canteen in machine. Snuggling into the octagonal niche, its mouth resting just below the spout of the machine. Press button. Canteen fills almost to the brim with a brown liquid. Floyd absentmindedly oils one of his joints. Close canteen. Get canteen. Give canteen to Floyd. He shrugs and drops it. A growl from my stomach warns that you're getting pretty hungry and thirsty. Again already? Get canteen. Floyd rubs his head against her shoulder. Open canteen. Drink fluid. Put canteen. Floyd, meanwhile, is asking us if we want to play Huckabuck Beanstalk, and then craning his neck to see what we're doing. Put canteen in machine. Press button. Get canteen. Close canteen. He's looking bored now. Give canteen to Floyd. Neat. He thanks us profusely. North. North. You notice that you're feeling a bit weak and slightly flushed, but you're not sure why. Oh, great. Reactor control. That's the wrong room. I'm wandering around now trying to find... Okay. I'm in storage east. We needed, I think, a 90 ohm Bedistor. It's a good Bedistor. Get Bedistor. Taken. Floyd notices a mouse scurrying by and tries to hide behind you. West. North. East. East. Ooh, this is a tiny room, he remarks. Does Floyd, after scampering into the booth. So we look. The 3 button is tan. Slide teleportation card through slot. Nothing happens for a moment, then a light flashes ready. Press tan button. You experience a strange feeling in the pit of your stomach. Floyd gives a terrified squeal and clutches his guidance mechanisms. West. Library. North. Systems corridor east. North. Course control. The large metal cube contains a fused 90 ohm Bedistor. Floyd follows you. Save. Floyd's eyes light up. Oh boy, we're going to try something dangerous now? Save 1. Remove fused Bedistor. It seems to be fused to its socket. I don't actually know enough about machinery and stuff to know what we're dealing with here, but... Did we need to get pliers or something? Were there pliers? Let's see. Slide. Okay, I'm back in the teleportation room. The brown button is labeled 1, the beige button labeled 2. Slide teleportation card through slot. Press beige button. West, south, 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 southwest. Pliers, okay. Oh, well, hold on. Let's remove old battery. Drop old battery. Put new battery in laser. The new battery is now resting in its depression attached to the laser. Get pliers. Taken. Northeast, north, north, northeast, east. Slide teleportation card through slot. Floyd sings an ancient ballad, totally out of key. Press tan button. West, north, north. Remove fused Bedistor with pliers. With a tug, you manage to remove the fused Bedistor. Floyd recalls the time he bruised his knee. Insert good Bedistor. You have to specify where you want to put the good 90 ohm Bedistor. Metal cube. Insert good Bedistor in cube. Done. The warning lights go out and another light goes on. Look. It's a long room whose walls are covered with complicated controls and colored lights. One blinking light says course diversions minimizing. In one corner is a large metal cube whose lid is open. There's a multi-purpose robot. Okay, so I think we fixed course control. Close lid. Floyd whistles tunelessly. Save on slot 1. Alright, folks. Well, we have not completely finished exploring this Eastern Lawanda complex. But I believe there were 3 systems that we're supposed to fix. I think that might just be for bonus points, though. Well, let's see. How many points do we still need to get? 48 out of 80 points. Floyd grins impishly. Giving up, huh? So we have more than half the points, but only Only about half the points. But we fixed the defense systems, I think. And now we fixed the course correction system. I don't know what all we fixed and what all we still need to fix. I'll tell you this much, though. When accidentally reading about red herrings in the Wikipedia article, it said, A, that there's a combination lock for a door that you don't need to get behind to win the game. And B, this is a fun thing. You know how we went a little further east than that, and we went north. There was a point where we came to a kind of a branching point in the hallway. And if you go north, there is a kind of crevasse, and you need to extend the ladder across it. And you get some of the cards up north of there. But if you keep going north, you get to a dark room. Similarly, in the reactor room, if you climb down some stairs, you get to a dark room. Well, accidentally kind of found out from the Wikipedia article, there is no light source in this game that you can use. You're never meant to actually successfully navigate those dark rooms. So, thanks, Steve Maretsky, for making us laugh about love again. He throws in a lot of red herrings to try to make things interesting. But yeah, we're not quitting the LP or anything like that, but we are definitely going to take a little break. When we come back, I guess we need to continue exploring, because right now I don't have a real feel for any puzzles we haven't solved. We found one of the more complicated things we figured out was that we poured liquid that matches the color of the blinking lights into something that had a coolant issue. And now this is fairly simple. I think when I was a kid this would have been tough because I didn't know what the hell all these words mean. But it seems pretty simple. We came across a control panel with a fused beta store. There's another area in the game with a good beta store. I tried to replace them. It told me I couldn't, so I found some pliers, and Bob's your uncle. When we come back, though, folks, we're not done. We got to find out some other stuff to do. For one thing, we seem to be dying of an alien disease, so hopefully we can figure out something for that. I'm the Serious JG. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time. Me and Floyd will be waiting for you, folks. Bye-bye.